Well, as angry as I am at myself for being so long-winded again and again and again, I don't know what's going on here. But I really like to just put out 40 minutes worth of tape and call it a day, you know. But for whatever reason, I have been, having more thoughts than usual, more epiphanies that I feel are important to share. But I do want to apologize. I don't mean, calling these guys out, David Knight. I mean, like I said, smarter than me. Guy's an engineer, brilliant guy, a very good talker too. Very, very obviously very learned, intelligent, wise man. And this is why it bugs me so much that they don't understand. I mean, they've got to be honest. I feel like, how can I say that they're being dishonest? Rob Dew, I mean, another guy smarter than me. I mean, the guy's a video editor. These guys are really talented, smart people. And Owen Schroyer, a young guy. I mean, I think back what I was doing when I was his age. What is he's like 26 years old or something, 27 years old? I mean, good God, where my head was at. I was nowhere near these guys. But when it comes to wages, I mean, what they're saying, essentially when they think that minimum wage is fine and, people should just accept little incremental raises of minimum wage, whatever, or maybe we should do away with the Labor Department. And would that help the minimum wage workers, hurt them? How would that affect the welfare? I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe we ought to pull all the protections, okay? Pull all the welfare all at once, though. That means Social Security. That means your grandma. Everybody. You can't, pick and choose. You can't say, well, yeah, we're going to give special treatment to these because that's buying that whole affirmative action, reverse discrimination philosophy. Do you understand? So if we're going to pull protections, let's pull it across the board, okay? Let's just have, chaos. Once again, we have homesteading. No rules. You can't say, well, you can't live as government land. Well, I'm the government. I'm a citizen of the United States. So you can't tell me I don't have a right to homestead here. Okay, that's the way it's going to have to be. So, if you want to pull the rules selectively, that's evil. Okay, you can't do that. But we got rules and regulations for a reason. We got a Labor Department for a reason, to stop slavery. Okay, right? But maybe we don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should just get rid of the Department of Labor. Get rid of get rid of the welfare. Get rid of Social Security. Get rid of food stamps. Get rid of Section 8. Get rid of all of it at once, though. And you cannot play favorites here. So you want to play that game, we play it all the way, okay? But I'm calling your bluff right now. So I don't mean to pick on you guys. And Owen, you sounding a little different, like you might have listened to me or something, or, the comment I left on the video. But where you were talking about this issue about the minimum wage. But look, what you're saying, what I'm hearing, when I hear people defending, minimum wage and the destruction of the buying power of the dollar and the minimum wage, it makes me think that what they're saying is so elitist, so hypocritical, so wrong, just inherently wrong, that you devalue labor, just common, uneducated labor often, and you're going to belittle them and dismiss them as inferior and unimportant because their jobs don't take a lot of skill and all this. What kind of skills do you think it took to build the Golden Gate Bridge? These are masons and steel workers and crap. Okay, how do you think you get stuff done in a society? What built your infrastructure and your factories and the crap coming out of the factories? Common, often uneducated labor. So why on earth, to what avail, what profit would you belittle these people? Okay, it doesn't make any sense to me. And really what I'm hearing you say is that it's okay to give perpetual pay decreases. Because mathematically speaking, there's no difference. Somebody, I beg you to prove me wrong if I'm wrong. Somebody, if there's only one person that listens to me in my videos, tell me I'm wrong and how I'm wrong. Because I'm not. Show me the math. Show it to me. There's no difference. If your cost of living is increasing and you don't get a commensurate income adjustment, then your income just went down. Through the debasement of the currency, through the increase in your cost of living. It's the same thing, just like a scale. Cost of living goes up, the worth of your money goes down. So giving a commensurate pay adjustment for inflation, you bring it balanced so you can at least maintain a standard of living. Without it, what do you think is going to happen to the standard of living in America? You're okay with other people's standard of living continue to be diminished? You're okay with that? Less home ownership? You're okay with the direction we're going and need for more and more welfare, higher and higher taxes so you could pay guys like Rich Dad? I mean, come on, folks. I'm not trying to be smarter than everybody else, but on this one issue, I feel like I am. I almost feel like I say, an alien, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't, but I know I must be genius in this respect. But I've read from the greats. I'm studied. I'm not just pulling it out of my ear. I know, and I've learned. I've done self-research. The best kind of research you can do. You're not going to get in the university. It's because you show keen interest in something, that you go out and explore it and deeply investigate and research it on your own and find out the whole truth, nothing but the truth for yourself. You don't listen to any man. You find out with the brain God gave you, you could find out if guys like me are right or wrong in my rhetoric. Okay, but you know, don't label me a communist or socialist, because I don't prescribe to the Robin Hood theory of taking from the haves and giving to I'm on everybody's side here. High taxes are just as bad as a high cost of living. A high cost of living is just as bad as high taxes. It's the same thing. It's burden. It feels bad, okay? And it doesn't matter if it's from a governmental source, whoever in the hell we're talking about, supposed to be me, or if we're talking about a private source, okay? What, special interest groups colluding together? Fixing prices, you know, a silent non-compete clause that they have by market manipulating and fixing prices because it benefits them. Do you understand? I mean, this thing is sick and twisted, man. We're all overcome with evil. Satan is in charge of this mess. Understand that. It goes way beyond communism or fascism or all these words, socialism or capitalism. Man, this is evilism. That's what it is. It's evilism. That's what the rule of the day in the land. Well, let me finish a few more of these thoughts I've had in this past week. The price we pay for our precious money. ... What's that called? An elliptic, right? An elliptic. Elliptic, when you ... right? So it makes you think, right? And it leads into something else. The price we pay for our, quote, precious money. Dubious war, high crime, debt, welfare, abortion, prostitution. Need I continue? Basically, every evil under the sun can be linked to the crap. That crap being money. How many people are ready to face that fact, that reality? How many of us love money too much because we know it pays our bills? It gives us our sense of security. Our sense of security is our way out of enslavement, oppression, and fear, right? So you think God doesn't understand our love of money? You think I don't understand it? You think I'm going to sit here and play stupid? I get it, man. I get it. And that's why I'm always talking about economic issues, because it's the root of all of our issues. And Jesus said these things. It's all biblically based information I'm trying to give. You know, this is the only way I can instruct properly is through the Bible, the brain God gave me. But I've done the research on my own, and I know the historical great economists out there like Adam Smith. I know what he said, and I know it makes perfect sense. It's logical. Nothing gets done without labor. That's why it's every nation's greatest single asset. Who provided all the capital out there? You say, oh, well, it was the rich guys that provided the capital. Well, who made the rich guys rich? Who owns their wealth? Who gave the rich guys their brain to make their riches? And how much of it was inherited and just passed on? What did their children do for that money? They didn't do anything. They don't know reality. They just were handed a silver spoon in their mouth. So what do they know about attaining wealth on their own? Okay, so it's like nothing makes any sense. Nothing. That's what I try to point out. There's no rhythm, rhyme, reason in society why a dishwasher gets paid less than a plumber. Okay, you think it takes more brains to be a plumber? No, I'm telling you. Or a landscaper. Why does a landscaper get paid less than an auto body guy? You think it takes less brains? No. It's just chosen skills and talents people use. Yes, often people do go for the thing that makes money, but that makes it undesirable. I don't want to do a job just for the money. I want to do something that I enjoy doing. Okay, that's what we should all do, right? What you want to do. Okay, what nobody tells you to do, what the society doesn't dictate to you, what makes a lot of money. Am I making any sense here? That's the way it should be. If we're entirely free and we'll discover we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do the next thing. We're free. You should be free. I'm sure as hell not going to enslave you. Not if God's not. I'm not a hypocrite. I believe in equality. That's it, man. Equality. I cannot believe. If I believe anything but in equality, then by default, I believe in inequality. And that just opens up Pandora's box. Okay? Then I have no standing anymore to believe that, well, I believe in very low inequality. But I believe in some inequality. I mean, you can't pay a guy flipping burgers the same as a brain surgeon. Well, look, you shouldn't become a brain surgeon unless it's damn well what you want. It was your calling. It was your talent. God told you to do. He commissioned you. He commanded you. He compelled you to do that thing. That's what I'm saying about everything. Just do what you want to do. Don't say, well, I did it for the money, and I'm just trying to conform, and I'm trying to get ahead here, and I'm trying to be somebody. I'm trying to be pragmatic and practical, have common sense, and make a lot of dough, and have that financial security and financial freedom. You're an idiot for not doing it. And I blame you for all my problems because you're on welfare and you cause my taxes to be higher, so it's all your fault. Blaming the poor who were invented. I mean, there is no rhyme or reason. Nothing makes sense. Why a ball player makes multi-millions of dollars and rappers are making these multi-millions of none of it. It's not that it's so useful to society, so very important, but yet so often these are the jobs that pay the highest. The actors, right? All this crap. I mean, none of it makes any sense in terms of actual importance of society. The guy out there pounding nails, building houses, is through empirical evidence, axiomatically, self-evidently, vastly more important than all these people in the entertainment industry, whatever industries are paying all these high dollars. There's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't make any sense. Satan has taken over fully. We're fully embedded. We're inundated with satanic precepts and principles in the land. That's it. And we got to fight the good fight and know that God is on your side. If you say, yes, I disagree with this guy here and there, but at the end of the day, I'm ready to lay all my cards on the table and have universal freedom. Universal absolute freedom, and absolute means absolute. It's unconditional. It means you must be financially free. That's what we're talking about. Free of money, of the fear that can be imposed on you through money. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to live in a world like that? If you're not, I implore you to get ready for it, because that's what's coming. It is a beautiful thing for all those that hunger and thirst for righteousness in the land. It's going to be a wonderful day. This is the great and terrible day of the Lord. Terrible for those that are opposed to his will being accomplished on earth, being fulfilled on earth. But a great day for those that hate this system, that hate this satanic realm. That's what it is right now. But I know this much. I know this is as close as I got to go to hell as this is it. This is as close as I got to get to hell. And my job is just to be a friend to God, and that means to be a friend to humanity and help win souls. Friends for God. That's a soul. He wants friends. That's it. That's all. His yoke is easy, his load is light. He does not put a lot on our back. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay? That's it. Keep it simple. That's it. Just go out and win me friends, man. Don't discriminate. Don't condemn. Convince. If you don't have something nice to say about somebody, maybe you're better off not saying nothing at all. Okay? But, I wish I had risen to that standard by now. But you see, I still talk badly about these elitists at the top, these Satanists. It's especially the ones that I think obviously have given their lives over to Lucifer, and say, hey, you know what? This is where I put my faith, my trust. This is where I'm invested. This is my beliefs. This is what I believe in Lucifer and Satan. And so they're warping the minds of those under them. So all these inadvertent minions of Satan are out there acting within the system, conforming to this current system, and accepting all this high crime and not questioning it, not questioning the debt, ever-increasing debt and the debasement of the currency, all the social welfare and the increasing need. Maybe if we invest, instead of $50 billion a year in Section 8, if we invest $100 billion a year, maybe we'll fix it then. Or then if that doesn't work, we'll try $200 billion, and on, and keep debasing your currency and raising your taxes, keep increasing your cost of living. So everybody's scrambling for more numbers. As we increase poverty, more and more people die out in the cold, lose their will to live. The wealth and income disparity just keeps expanding. All this regression, this bringing down the standard of living, people just go along. It's so evil. That's it. The world is completely inundated, taken over by evil forces. And we've got to admit that, man. We've got to see it. We've got to see it. I just mentioned my tobacco tax going up. My currency just got debased more through this as a smoker. How do you like that? Falling on the backs of the poor.